Hello, West Michigan. I have a very lovely lady with me today, and her name is
Wendy Little.
And you are what?
I am the community manager for Park Terrace and the Village at Park Terrace Apartments.
And that's why I'm back to see you again.
Yes.
Because we had a very nice visit a number of months ago, and I got pretty much a tour of this place, but I was told that if I came back again, you'd give me a full tour.
Absolutely.
So I've been wandering around trying to find my way about this place. How long have you worked here?
In December, it'll be 7 years.
Is that long? Well, time
Seems
passes.
like forever, though.
Oh, I was going to say time passes when you're having fun.
Oh, I'm having fun. This is home away from home, so it seems like I've been here forever.
Which is a good thing. And this is a very large establishment here. I don't know what else to call it, because it's a lot of buildings that are all part of one composite.
Yep. Yep. We have this big building, which is the Village, which is for our seniors 55 years of age and better. And then the Park Terrace side, we have the 13 buildings that surround this one, which is multifamily. So there's no age restriction to move into those. So it's a large property.
Well, so I've seen the front, and I have been in one of the apartments in the back, because there's a lady living there, and we did go to one of the schools together.
Oh, wonderful.
So, she's a couple of years older than I am, but we just don't say how far, and let it go at that. But I have moved into this complex, and it was something I was anticipating next spring, but it happened a year earlier. So I'm here sooner than I thought.
Yes.
And it's quite a nice place.
Are you enjoying it?
I'm getting used to it. I'm not completely used to it. There are too many halls that go this way and that way, and if I don't pay attention, I'm gonna have to go that way instead of this way.
Well, what I've told you and I've told other people, just holler, we'll come find you if you get lost.
Well, I think a couple of times I looked kind of strange because people stopped and said, "Do you need a little help?" Well, they were friendly. They didn't give me a dirty look. So
It's because we've all been there. I got lost on my second day here too.
Oh, I can understand why, because it meanders all over. But I wanted to talk to you about the fact that you've had a fashion show a while back.
We did.
I didn't get to see the whole thing because I was somewhere else at the time, but I got in on the end of it, and I watched the bride come through with her escort and the little flower girls. Is this something that you have put on before?
Well, the fashion show is a collection of vintage clothing that Jeannie Coppola owns, and she's from Grand Haven. She's friends of Scott Reinders, the owner of our company.
Ah.
And we've done this before. We did it probably about 4 years ago, and it was a big hit. And we've just hired a new activity director, and Jeannie is actually moving, and she is not able to take her collection with, so our company has decided to purchase this collection. And so Scott wanted us to do another fashion show, and he actually wanted to tape this one so we can show other activity directors and life enrichment directors what we do with it, and what is available for them to use this for. So We just had a fun time with it. Her clothes range from the 1900s to the 1970s.
Yes, that I can. One of the pictures that were shown is about a 1906 because it's got a dress in it, just like my mother wore.
Oh, really? Oh, how cool. Yeah, we were just amazed with, number one, how well preserved these clothes are, but then just the difference in the designs from years ago, and we're actually seeing some of those things come back in our fashions nowadays.
Well, they say if you wait long enough, yes, they will.
Yes, yep.
Maybe not quite as much. It'll be modified, but this was something that was very different. I've seen fashion shows before, but they were all modern things. And here was a little bit of yesterday.
Yep, we had, like you said, the wedding part that you got to see. We had flower girls and mothers of the bride and the groom. But then we did like the 70s era and had some disco outfits and some, I don't know what you call it. We had some bowling outfits.
A little bit of everything
Yeah,
then.
it was a really fun event to do.
Well, you know, actually, the fact that you can show over a period of years is a lot more fun to watch than all of one thing.
Well, and it's something that our residents can relate back to, whether it was something, you know, in the era that they wore or like your mother wore. It's just, you know, nice reminiscing for them.
Well, to me, it was kind of exciting to see something that came from that era. Because I used to say, I can't imagine how my mother ever wore something like that. Well, now you said that the company has purchased that collection.
Yep.
So you're going to be able to do this again.
Yes, we're going to try to make it an annual event. And we open it up to the public. The Chronicle was here and did a little piece on it and took lots of pictures. And so it's a fun thing to do. And you know, and every year we're getting new residents in. So it's new for some of our residents, and the ones that have been here a while, they just enjoy that kind of entertainment.
Well, and I know also that you had a luau. Now that I did get to.
Oh, good.
So I saw that from beginning to end.
Yep, we have that annually. It's our Hawaiian luau and pig roast, and that's to help show the residents how much we appreciate them. And it's a huge to-do, a big party, and bless Tiffany's heart. It's her first year doing these big events 2 weeks apart from each other, and she
But you know,
she made it through.
well, it was so authentic because I can remember being in the Hawaiian Islands and attending luau's, and the format was the same.
Well, and what's so nice is the residents kind of address for the day too. They dress appropriately for it. We give them leis when they come in, and the company that we have do the pig is just fabulous, and then all the good fixings to go along with it, and the fufu drinks, and they just have a fun day.
And it was a relaxing day, and a chance to meet people I'd never met before.
Yep.
And yes,
It brings everybody out.
it
Say
act-
food and they will come.
I think you hit the ideal thing right there. You can be asked to come to a lot of different things, but if there's food on the table, it's like the mousetrap, they will come. But I've also looked at all the different things that you have on your list, the things that you provide for people, and the trips to the different stores.
Yep. Every week we go to a couple of grocery stores, and we'll go to area banks, and we try to, you know, this is their home, and I call it my little community under one roof. So we try to accommodate any of their needs, and you know, socializing, and we have it all right here for them.
Well, you know what? And yes, that is something, because I do think of the village as my home.
Good.
This was an easy transition in one way, but cleaning out my house and putting it up for sale was my kids' job. And yes, I'm getting used to it now, and I've had to stop and think. I grew up in Muskegon, in the downtown area, and I've done all kinds of work throughout the city, but I lived up in the Whitehall area for 30 years, and I lived out by the airport for 30 years, so it was just a little bit strange.
Yeah. Well, and it's hard to downsize too when you're coming from a home like we've talked about. You've got all those memories there.
It's all the boxes of,
Go ahead, say it. Junk.
yes, you said it, I didn't. So they can't hold
It's
that against me.
amazing how much we can accumulate.
Well, I did this the hard way. When we moved from the airport up into Whitehall, we took our house with us. And everything was in it, so I didn't have to do a thing. Just follow along.
Tape the cupboard shut and down the road they go.
Yeah, and they did. Landed there, stayed there for another 30 years, and I expected to be there for 31 years. However, you know, life moves along, and so do we.
Well, I'm glad you ended up here.
Well, you know what? I had you on my list from when I was here the first time.
Good.
It's just that it came a lot quicker than I figured on, but that worked out well too.
Why wait? You know, come while you can enjoy it.
Well, I'll tell you, my kids are happy that I'm here,
Good.
and I figure if they're happy about it, so am I. And there's not nearly as much to take care of. Now that is a real big
Just
pointer.
about everything for you here.
It's true, you do. Everything from a beauty shop on down the line.
Exactly, and like Tiffany taking you to the grocery stores, and you could eat dinner here and brunch if you want to. But yet you still have all the luxuries in your apartment that, you know, it's almost like a little home.
Well, it is, and
house.
I've cooked for myself for many years. I'm used to it. I do it automatically, and I think we all get in that habit anyhow.
Yeah.
But yes, it has been an innovation to be here, and however I'm long here, I hope you stay.
Oh, I will be. This is my forever job.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Wendy.
They're going to have to kick me out of here.
So I think we're going to take a short break, and we'll come back again.
All right, thank you.
So
Mary.
just hold tight, people.